Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And if you're watching this as it comes out, that's while we're streaming, and that makes you one of my favorite people. You can, of course, always catch up on the stream after the event, but you won't be able to live interact with it and chat your spoilers, which is fine. We don't like people who do use spoilers in the chat of the stream, but we are streaming the Obra Dinn at the moment on live on the channel, and you can of course always come back to this video. So if you've done that anyway, well done and welcome. We are going to be looking at a puzzle called Killer Arrows by Scott Strosahl today. Scott has had, I think, at least a dozen videos on the channel before, but he is a very high quality constructor, and I'm certainly looking forward to this. It's actually reminiscent of something. I do wonder if I've seen this pattern before. This could end up being the first time we do a video that we've done of a puzzle we've done before, but this was recently recommended to us from Discord, and we haven't done it since then, so I hope that it is new. Anyway, I'm sure it is. It may just be redolent of something else. We do so many puzzles now that we do see some patterns recur, and they often mean totally different things the next time you see them. But anyway, let's have a look at that in a moment. I do want to mention obviously I've mentioned the live stream already. There is also Patreon, where we have the hunt at the moment, the paint by numbers hunt of Japanese sums puzzles. Really good. Getting quite a lot of answers in now, so very well done to anybody who's got through it and finished it. I hear the last two puzzles are pretty hard in that, but the first few are quite easy, so there really is a good mix. I mean, there's a lot of puzzles. Anyway, that's all available there. Another place to get a lot of puzzles is on our apps, which are all still available at the moment. We may at some point well, I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. We're probably going to have to launch an app that can take in-app purchases of things that we launch. I don't know. Cleverer minds than mine are working on this, so we will let you know when we get around to that. But at the moment, all of our apps are still available, so you can get them while they're there. Now, what else have we got? We've got merchandise going very well at the moment. Thank you to everybody who's bought it. Thank you to the few people who have said how good quality it is. I mean, that's down to our supplier rather than us, but we are very pleased. And mind you, what is down to us and Jake Hemlock is the logos, like this knowledge bomb and Cracking the Cryptic, and we like them. We think they're pretty good. But anyway, that's all available on the links under the video, as is this puzzle, as is Discord, who recommended it. But yeah, this is by Scott Strosahl. So it's the basic killer and arrow rules. The killer rules are that numbers cannot repeat in a cage, and the cages show their sums. So those 4 digits will add up to 26, including no repeat digits. And digits on an arrow, which I've just noticed is spelt wrong in the instructions. That's my fault, not Scott's. Digits on an arrow sum to the number in the circle. So those 3 digits sum up to the same number that is. Digits, I don't think in this puzzle digits can possibly repeat on an arrow, so I'm not going to mention that. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's it. Do give it a go on the link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. There's a lot of cages in this. We don't normally get so many cages. Simon would immediately be looking at the Ard van der Wetering, what's it called? The sort of set theory bit that says that those 9 digits are the same. Those 7 digits in the bottom left are the same as these plus a set of 1 to 9, but I can't think that'll be necessary. I know. Yeah. Okay, this can be filled in immediately, and that is because although you might think at first any 3-cell arrow has to be at least 6, 1, 2, 3 being the minimum on an arrow that's 3 cells long if they all see each other like that. That would make that 6, but you would have a problem if that was 6, because you've got an arrow the other side as well, and you can't make 5 digits add up to 12. You can't even make them add up to 14, so we can immediately rule out 7 as well. Now, the thing is, if they were 8, these 5 digits would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 in both row 6 and column 4. And the problem with that is there's only one way to make 8 in 2 digits out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and that is using 2 and 6. So that would theoretically have to occupy both of these dominoes, which isn't possible because they're in the same box. So by that logic, this is actually a 9, which is unfortunate in that it doesn't start limiting these other things very hard. So we've got, sorry, Simon's asking me to do something, and I will in a minute. I'll tell you what, I'll pause and reply to him and then get, there we go. So we've got a 9 here. Yeah, these now add up to 18. Okay, that means 18 plus 9 is 27. These 3 add up to 18. As do these 3 for the same reason. This box is going to give us another digit now. Right, those add up to 9, those add up to 9, that is 9. That's 3 lots of 9, 3 times 9 is 27. Plus 17 is 44. Now, do you know the magic number from which we subtract that 44 to give this digit? You do? It's 45? You're right. We can put a 1 in there because the numbers 1 to 9 always add to 45. Right, so now we know that these are made up of either 2, 7, 4, 5 or 3, 6. The number 8 must be in this 17 cage. Is that 1 going to appear in one or both of those positions? I don't know. That's 46 and that's 45, so that's 1 more than that pair. Up here, 43, that is 2 less than that pair. Don't know what to make of that, doesn't help. 21 and 10, these add up to 14. I don't know. Oh. No, I was looking at a set of 4 columns, but it doesn't yield much. Right, need to find something that'll get us moving again. 21, 36, 48 is the total of those 3 cages. So that pair minus that equals 3. Just kind of scouting around, trying to find something that'll get us going again. Oh, okay. These we said. Oh, that's interesting. Right. These pairs that add to 9 can't be 1, 8 anymore. So they're either 2, 7, which uses a 2, 3, 6, which uses a 3, or 4, 5, which uses a 4. In any case, these cannot be 2, 3, and 4, or that would preclude all of the possibilities. So both of these sets of 3, if they're not 2, 3, 4 to make 9, they must have a 1 in. So then we get 1s in a group of cells around the place. This now adds to at least 5, as does this. It's all very symmetrical about this axis. Doesn't get us very far. What? 27, 47, 65, 74. I'm now looking at these two boxes, which obviously add to 90 by the application of the rule. 45 times 2 is 90. But the cages in them add up to 30, 50, 65, including 2 cells that are outside. Those add up to 9, so that's 74. And this is double something. But we've got to go No, it depends what this is. No, unfortunately, there's just too many dependencies for that to give a digit. And these cells are so blank, they don't look very helpful. Oh, hang on. Yeah. How can I not spot this? Look at this group of 11 cages. There are 3-cell 11 cages. Now, one thing I know about 3-cell 11 cages is they don't include the number 9, because the other 2 digits would both have to be 1s. You're not allowed a repeat digit in a cage. Therefore, there is no 9 in that blue section. Therefore, the 9 in this box is in one of these 2 places. The 9 in this box is in one of these 2. What does that do? Do anything else, does it? Well, that means 9 up here is in one of these 3. Oh no, 9 can't be in those cages. Yes, that's beautiful. Those 9s rule out all of those cells. That one's in an 11 cage, and those 2 are ruled out by being in these cages. So in fact, we get a 9 in the circle. Again, rather unsurprising, but good to get it deduced anyway. So there is a 9 in these 3 cells, and in these 3. I don't know. Oh. I was looking at this earlier. Maybe let's try these 4 columns. Obviously, we know that 4 lots of 45 makes 180, so they must add up to 180. But let's deduct out some sums that we know. Now, this box must be 45. So that arrow is 9, 54. That's a 9, 63. That arrow is 9, 72. That arrow is 9, 81. That cage takes us to 99. Then we get that cage 120, that one 132, this one 147. Now these remaining cells, let's highlight them instead, must add up to 33, which feels quite large. If that was a 9, that's 18. These 2 would add, I'm just going to colour these so I can keep track of them. If that's a 9, these 2 add up to 15. If that's an 8, they add up to 17. And that's the maximum. I think that has to be 8 or 9. 21, 37, 49. If that's an 8, yeah, it's possible. Now, what am I missing now? So if that's an 8, this is a 9 and an 8. If that's a 9, what did I say? These add up to 15, but this one can't be a 9. So it could be 8 and 7, or 7 and 8, or 6 and 9. Oh, but actually we know more about... Right, if that's an 8, 8, 26, 35, that would have to be 10. Oh, it's that simple. It's just the relation between those 2 cells. Oh my goodness, okay, I'm really sorry about the colouring and the way I got there and the nonsense. Let's get rid of those blues as well. Right, so we just add up this cage, this box, 18 in the cage, 9 on the arrow, that's 27. So you add these 2. Well, in fact, these 3 have to add up to 18, but these 2 can't add up to more than 9 because they're bounded by this number. So to get to 18 using those two cells, they're both 9s. That's the simple way of doing it. And I'm sure the same is applying down here. 9 plus 18, same number, 27. So those are the same as that. Those two add up to 18. They're 9s as well. Now we can finish off all the 9s in the grid, just like that. Oh, we get one down there in box 7. So let me just remove the pencil mark 9s to tidy up a little. There we go. And we've got all the 9s done. Now, 21 plus 9 is, in fact, 21 must now be 876. So these others are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two add up to 5. Okay. Now what? Those two are a pair making 9. This doesn't have a 9 in it. Oh, and there's a 1 in that. So these are, again, 2, 7, 3, 6, or 4, 5. Oh, this is quite limited now. This is either 873, 864, or 765. I can't remember what was this cage total. 70. So that too is quite limited, although it could have a 2 in it actually. What should I be doing now? Not sure. Still don't know about these. These have got a 1 in it. They're either 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. Oh yes, didn't we? Yes, now we know what these two are going to add up to. And that's going to tell us what this is. Right. I'd totally forgotten all this. In fact, yes, we do this whole... What did I make that group of cells? It was 33. So, I mean, I could do it all again. I could, if you add the first 4 columns, deduct box 7, and then you know the totals of all the other cells now, except for this one. But because I remember that lot added up to 33, we've got 1 9 there, another 1 there, and a third there. That's 3 9s is 27. That must be a 6 to make up that 33 total. And we must be able to do exactly the same for this cell. If we look at these rows, that's right. So let's do it from scratch for these. They add up to 180. We can take off 45 there. So let's add this total instead. 45 plus 3 9s, which are 27. In fact, 4 9s, which are 36. That takes us to 81. Another 1, 2, 3 9s on the arrows and with the given 9s. That takes us to 108. Plus 18 is 126. Plus 12 is 138. Plus 15 is 148, 153. Plus 20 is 173. I reckon that makes this a 7. I'm going to do it once more in my head just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lots of 9 is 63. Plus 45 is 108, 126, 138, 153, 173, 180. Yes. Now that 6 is very useful. That's the useful one because this now can't be 1, 2, 6. It's 1, 3, 5. That puts 1, 3, 5, 9, 6. This is a 2, 7 pair with 4, 8 up there. Oh, that being a 2, 7 pair hasn't resolved this fully. Oh, bother. What do these two add up to then? We've got 27, 47, 56 minus 45 is 11. So that's either 8, 3 or 6, 5. I think there's got to be an 8 in it though, because there's no 8 there and that can't be 8, 1. Yes. 8, 3. This can't be 3, 6. That's 4, 5 now. And then this, no doubt, 1, 2, 6. This is now not 3, 6, it's 4, 5. This arrow is 2, 7. That's all it can be. So we've got a 4, 8, 6 cage. We've got a 3, 7, 8 cage. Ah, do we know how this 11 is made up now? No. This one might be better, yes. If it didn't have a 1 in, an 11 cage has to be either 2, 4, 5, impossible because there's a 4 there, or 2, 3, 6, impossible because there's a 6 there. So this 11 cage does have a 1 in it, and we know where it goes, and that is a useful one. These two add up to 10. They can't be 4, 6 because that wouldn't make these 4 cells fillable. Oh, actually there's a 4, 6 there. They can't be 8, 2 or 1, 9. They must be 3, 7. This is a 2, 5 pair. That fixes 4 and 5 here if I was in the right mode. That also fixes the 7, 2 arrow. That can't be a 4. This is 6 or 8. This cage is 8, 6, 3. Now, is this not quite so doable with this 11 cage? I have a feeling it's not, because although 2, 3, 6 is ruled out, 2, 4, 5 is possible. Yeah, that would create a 2, 4, 5, 7 quad, 3, 8 and a 6 there. That is possible. Right, let's have a look at this 22 cage instead. 9, either 11 needing 11 here or 14 needing 8 here. 8's tricky because with that 9, that would be 17. No, it's possible. Oh, we know what these two add up to because it's 11 minus, sorry, it's 45 minus 11 minus 11 minus 16. So they add up to 7. And they're not 3, 4. They're either 2, 5 or 1, 6. Now what's happening in this 11 cage then? Well, various plus. If that's 2 or 5, this is a 4. If that's a 1, that can't be 5, but it could be 2, leaving an 8. If that's a 6, it can't be 5. It could be 2, leaving a 3. So there's various possibilities there. Oh, what's going on here though? This can't be a 1, or you couldn't make up this 26 total. So that's not a 6 therefore, and that was the one that put the 3 in here. So this is either 4 or 8 now. 15, that could add up to 11 or 12 or 15, which would be 8, 7, and even that's possible. Okay, I don't quite know what to do there. Can this be an 8? Then we get 3 and 1. Okay, well I worked out earlier there's no 1 here, except me. There's no 1 in this cage. So the 1 in this row is in one of these two cells. And then we get a 1 somewhere up here. Like that. 9, 14, 1 and 7. No, I don't think this can be a 1. If that's a 2, it's just not enough. You'd need a 10 here. And if that's a 5, you'd need a 7 here, and that can't be. So that's not a 1. So there's a 1 on this arrow, yet again a 9 arrow with a 1 on it. That hasn't... Right, 7 can't be in those cells, and it can't be on the arrow. It's too many. So there's a 7 in one of those two. That fixes this as a 3. That's a 7. Did that stop this being an 8? No, 3, 1 is still possible. Right, 9 and 7 in this cage. The other two add up to 10. We can't have a 5 or we'd need another 5. We have either a 2 needing an 8 or a 7 needing a 4. So this has become a 4, 7, 8 triple. These are from 1, 2 and 5 therefore. Yeah, they all look possible. Ah, but there's, yeah, I knew there wasn't a 4 on that arrow actually. That's not that useful. Oh, but I must be able to total up what this is. Right, so 9 plus 9 is 18. These are now 8, 7, 4, which add up to 19, so that's 37. These add up to 8. That's a 9, that's 17, this is a 5. Now, that means this isn't a 2. Oh, it doesn't fix it finally. But these have to add up to 8, and they're not now 5, 3, and they're not 7, 1, so they're 2, 6. Now we must know what this is, by the way. No, not necessarily, actually, because that's still uncertain. Oh, but this doesn't have a 2 in it, so it's not 1, 2, 6. It's 1, 3, 5. And even that doesn't decide anything. Wow, this puzzle keeps its secrets a bit, doesn't it? Keep thinking I've made what must be the final breakthrough, and it absolutely isn't, which is a sign of a good puzzle. Oh, 5 can't be there. Right, so that is a 5. Now maybe I can do the trick with that versus those. So these add up to 46, those add up to 45. So this is one more than those two, which add up to 6 or 8. Yes, so they add up to 6, and that's a 7. And that's a 3. Now, 21 plus 14 is 35, plus 3 and 1 is 39. That's a 6. Still don't know what they are. 6, 3, 1. 2 and 7 get used here. They don't have a 2. Now, what about this 12? 1, 3, 8. Can't be 1, 7, 4. 5, 3, 4, but it can't be 5 anything 8. So that is a definite 3. That's a surprise. That means that's not a 3 and that's not a 2, which I could have known a long time ago. So these are from 4, 6 and 8. I suspect there'll be more than one. Yeah, it's either 4, 6, 5 or 6, 8, 1. Right. That didn't get anything done. Maybe we'll have a look down. Oh no, look, 3 is looking down at that cell. 8 in a 15 cage. These two add up to 7. They can't be 2, 5. They're 1, 6 or 3, 4 in a specific order because of those digits. 1, 5, 9, 3. Oh, 7. There's a 7 down here in one of those two cells. But then it's some pair that adds to 10, but it can't be 6, 4 because of that cell. So this must be 7, 2, 8. Okay, that's a relief. That's quite a complicated way of getting there, actually. But anyway, that gives us 6 and 4 up the column. That makes that an 8 and that a 1. Now I think we're going along fine. This has become a 2, 4, 5. Probably has been for a little while, actually, but I didn't see it. And I can't fill it in. But that's become a 3. 11. This adds up to 15, so that's a 4. That's a 5, and that's a 4. We've got a 1, 6 pair to go in at the bottom of the column. That can't be 5, and the one above can't be 3. That can't be 7. Right, so there is a 7 in those two cells, and that fixes what this one is. 8, 2, 7 down there. 2, 9, 3, 4, 8. So that's now a 6, 7 pair. 5 must be here. We get the 1 here, and we remember those two added up to 5. So that gives us 4. That's become an 8. That's a naked single 3. We've got a 2, 5 pair there. 4. That can't be 4. So that's a 6, 8 pair, giving us a 1 and a 3 in the row. There we go. Surely we are completely done now. No, still not. 4. We've got 4 looking at that cell. That fixes the 1, 5 pair. That fixes 1 on this arrow. That is 2 or 7, and I don't know which. Oh, I know this from the 12 cage, right. And that was 1, 3, 8, which wasn't what I was expecting. That's a 6, 4 pair. Yes, they can go in. The 6 fixes a lot of things. 7, 6, 2, 6. This 5, 2's done. Yes, that has to be where 3 is. Got a 7-8 pair, so we can fill in these top digits 2, 8, 7. Now, I feel very finished, and yet, oh, that's where 3 goes in this cage. Ooh, this all feels a bit deadly patterny at this point. No, 2, 5 is resolved there, that's good. That does 2, 7, that does 8, 7, that does 8, 6, and that does 8, 6. And there we go, that is a very nice puzzle. I mean, it's really neat. There's always a way to keep moving in it, which I really like about a puzzle. No total stops. So very enjoyable. Thanks so much to Scott, to Discord for recommending it, to you for following us. Do check out the live stream if you haven't seen it yet. And we'll be back with you tomorrow and for more Sudoku. Actually, Simon didn't do Sudoku today, but he will do tomorrow, I'm sure. And we'll see you then. Bye for now.